I feel one thing which hasn't changed or it's not different from India is people stare.
Oh.
People stare. Even here you get stared at. Like, I think you just have to be a girl to get stared at. For sure. Just be a girl and you'll get stared at. Be it Dubai, be it India. Like, that's what I...
No, that's true.
Like, it could be any area, you know, it could be like even the, let's say the beach, or it could be a very posh marina, or it could be JLT, it could be like Bar Dubai even. But
Dubai, I think the most.
Yeah. That's so
shady.
But yeah, you get stared at everywhere. I don't know why. It's just like a bit, it's an observation.
Yes.
So, I remember, but here sometimes Dubai is so, like, I remember I was walking towards my house late at night, 9 or 10 p.m. And then a guy walked up to me and he's like, hello, excuse me, ma'am, can you please give me your number? I'm looking for a flat.
Whoa.
So I'm like, why do you need my number? He said, no, give me your building number or give me, where do you stay? Because I'm also looking and you are very beautiful. And I'm like, what? Like, they are not like, they don't harm you and like, they will not obviously go ahead and touch you and all, or they won't grope you, but they'll say things which are still traumatizing. Like, you're very beautiful.
You know, when I was hunting for apartments, so I added my number in the comment section where the listing was done. And I got random messages on WhatsApp saying that, do you have a room? Can we share a room? I'm also looking for a room. We can split the bills. And I'm like, damn, that's too much that a person could ask. So
that's true. Another thing about Dubai, scam calls.
Oh my god. You know, frauds and scams, they are
like I got a call
number here.
Day before yesterday, someone called me from Pakistan. Okay, so it's plus 92. 91 India, 92 Pakistan. I got a call and this man is like, hello madam, I'm feeling from Dubai police. And I'm like, Dubai police calling me from Pakistan. And I'm like, I didn't even do anything. So I just knew it was a scam, so I cut the call. But it's crazy, the amount of scam calls you get here in Dubai.
I remember one incident that happened with me. I was booking the tickets for Museum of the Future. Like, it's a future, some tourist place here.
I remember this. She told me, I know the story.
So I was booking that and, head out the website and the application. So the link was some abcd.com type, but when you open it, it's like head out, full photocopy of head out website, and you can book the time slots and everything as per your needs. I booked it, I added my card, and I was receiving the OTP, but the amount, guess the amount, it was 45,000 dirhams. No, they started with 90k. And then, of course, I didn't have that much money.
Oh my god.
So it got cancelled. So I was maybe I entered the wrong OTP. So I retried it. They sent me the OTP of 45,000. So that they were like, chalo ye 19,000 mein pagal nahi bani, 45 mein to bani jayegi.
Oh my god.
And then, chalo, thankfully utte bhi nahi the.
This is the richness. It's called this, guys. This is what you don't even have 45k. I'm sure you Indians have 45k in your pockets. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's scammy to hai.
Scam is too much here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that the crime police and all is really nice here. They are very competent, but there are scammers who are even competent. And they find a way to do some new scams and all.
That is true. That I agree. Now, one more thing here is because it's a diverse community, so we also have like Pakistanis, and obviously everybody knows India, Pakistan, there's an ongoing rivalry. I don't know for what reason, but chalo, I mean, I know for what reason, but it shouldn't be. So anyway, how did you feel like when you first interacted with the Pakistani person? How does, what was your...
for a change, they were so welcoming here. I don't feel that rivalry is still here because they are like brother and sisters here, I would say.
True.
They are very welcoming and they are just like us.
Yeah, but...
And even I don't think they have that feeling against Indians.
Yeah.
I never felt that.
The way it's portrayed, in the outer world is, oh my god, rivals, Indians hate Pakistanis and all of that. But when you actually meet them, they're just like us, man. We're all Asians, so it's fine, who cares? But initially, I just remember whenever, I don't remember who it was, the first Pakistani I spoke to, but So I don't remember the first Pakistani I spoke to, but there was initially some sense of I don't know, like just holding back because like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say anything wrong.
So you were holding it.
I was holding
or
back.
the guy?
He like, oh, I hope I don't offend them, you know, like
Yeah, you have that feeling. Yeah. Back in your head, you have that.
But once you get to know them, then they're all chill. We work in office. There's a lot of Pakistani.
But अगर India Pakistan का match हो, cricket match,
oh
तो
my
अलग
God,
बात है.
I remember every time there's a match and the next day we have office, I'm like, bhai, let India win. Because then when we go to office, everybody will be like, so, did you see the match yesterday? India lost. I remember, which one did we lose recently? India was the World Cup. हम कुछ हार नहीं Pakistan के against we lost something.
World Cup ही था ये वाला T20 World Cup.
We lost it against Pakistan? नहीं.
अच्छा, oh yeah.
One match recently I don't remember, but there was one match we lost against Pakistan, and the next day we had our office. And then I go into the office and our colleagues, and then they started saying, like, people from Pakistan, they were like, so watched the match yesterday? I'm like, arey yaar, please let India win.
And even now when we won the World Cup, like the T20 World Cup, so it was against South Africa. So Indians were happy because we won the match. And then other people like, नहीं वो सूर्य कुमार border पे था, boundary पे था, उसका catch हो गया. मैंने कहा भाई 3 empire थे वहाँ पे. Shut up. Don't make excuses.
Yeah, we were clear, we won.
Yeah. They were saying India जीत गई but थोड़ी controversies हो रही है.
So they keep pulling your leg here and there, but it's fun banter. So I like it. So
it's not that hard.
Yeah. So those outwardly problems of rivalry and all, they seem so small when you're here because they're very nice people, honestly. Everybody's very sweet. Now, Dubai is also very technologically advanced. So there's a lot of things happening every day. That you will see some new building being inaugurated, some new museum, some futuristic
app launch
and all of these things. There's an app for everything in Dubai.
Yeah, they give so much convenience to you. It's very easy. Everything is so easy.
If you was like in a car, let's say stuck somewhere, petrol comes to you. There's Carrefour for petrol, and then there's also your Nol app, which you can just recharge your cards on. That's in India as well. But I just feel it's so easy. Everything's very, very convenient. Starting from the airport till like wherever you in the metro, everything's very convenient. Those smart gates are my favorite. Actually.
Oh yeah,
it's the easiest.
Yeah, it's the easiest.
You
don't have to.
For immigration guys, you just have to walk through that door.
You just have to like scan your passport and
go. India ki tarah, there's no like zigzag lines in the
and
airport.
It's not like you have to scan to the you have to show your eyes to the camera while immigration. You have to show your passport, return ticket, blah blah whatever. Masi calling, ignore.
So that is one thing I like. It's very technologically advanced. Everything's very high tech.
Yeah. And I have also seen lifts here. Like I haven't seen in India. Maybe now they have these lifts in India that you have to press the floor outside the lift, and then the lift number like ABC will be assigned to your floor. So
even I don't know if it's in India.
Yeah. So there was one building in Business Bay, and I was with her only.
So there was like just to explain it to you, there are 5 lifts in a building, and then there's one like let's say a keypad outside the lifts. So you just have to go and press floor number 5. Then it will say lift A. Then you have to go in lift A. And then something happened with us very
So we have the tendency to just walk into the lift, like you don't press outside. So she was on call and she was talking to someone, and I just followed her and took her like towards the lift, and there was one also guy there. And then when we entered, so I was telling her quietly because the guy was also there. I didn't want to feel embarrassed. So I was like, Kanika, floor number?
There's no button. And I'm like, fuck, there's no button.
Oh my god. And then we
called Garima. Like, so we called our friend to ask that, how do we come to your floor? And she's like, bro, the keypad's down.
Yeah, they're out. And then wherever the guy wanted to go, like his floor, we walked out. We pressed the like desired floor, and then we got another lift assigned.
Oh my god.
Fine. It was another struggle.
Yeah,
to reach our floor.
Oh god, yeah. It's funny. There's so many. Yeah, because it's so advanced. Sometimes you just get lost.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Now we'll do a fun segment where we just see some assumptions that are on Instagram, or we just saw online about Dubai. So what people who are not in Dubai, they think about Dubai, or the ones who live here have feedback on Dubai. So we'll just give our opinion on it. It's all personal opinion, guys.
Yeah.
So please don't take it like as seriously.
Don't get offended.
Yeah, it's our opinion. So one thing which I get a lot is that, you live in Dubai, I don't think you're allowed to wear short clothes. A lot of people have told me.
I think
that's a myth.
Yeah, it is. an Islamic country, but you have freedom to wear whatever you want. You have freedom to go wherever you want.
Yeah, except for mosques. Obviously, in religious places, you cannot go in like skirts or shorts. There you have to cover yourself. But in malls, on the beaches, you can practically wear anything.
Yeah, anything. Whatever you feel comfortable in. And I have noticed one thing about Dubai, that no one is underdressed and no one is overdressed.
Oh, that's my favorite thing of Ishika's. I agree with it. Because whenever, even if you're looking too good, you'll see somebody
even better.
And when you're looking too homeless, you will see
more homeless, even more homeless people.
That's true. Yeah. And one other thing people ask me is that, oh, you can't drink in Dubai and all, but no, that's a myth again, because
I have learned drinking here. I didn't used to drink in India.
You can drink here, and there are bars, pubs, anything, but you can't drink in public places, I think.
And during Ramadan, not in public places, and it's banned everywhere during Ramadan, because it's the holistic whatever festival you could say. But everywhere the drinks are available. Even for ladies, you have ladies nights. So if you want to know about some amazing ladies night places, comment below.
Another assumption is that you don't get vegetarian food at all. Again, a myth. You get vegetarian food in Dubai. And
more in like Bar Dubai area. But you definitely get it.
And I feel the quality is better as well. The quality.
Agree.
Like, you don't feel as heavy after eating that food here as compared to India. So that's
here the good thing about restaurants is that they have the regular checks.
That's true.
By the government and the certifications that they used to have. So that's the thing. Which is here you'll get fines if you are not preparing the what do you say, like
the
fresh
quality,
food.
The
fresh food. So that's the regulations are there for each restaurant.
Now let's start the online comments that we have got on some reels. So let's begin. Okay, so one comment about Dubai says that there are two Dubais, one for the rich and one for the poor, and I agree with this one. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, definitely. If it's for the rich, then you have the amazing lifestyle you could get. You can spend money on anything. You don't think twice while spending your money. But if you are like I can't say poor, but like middle class.
If you are not earning that
much, like you are earning for like survival and like small savings. So definitely you have to think twice when you spend, and you have to think twice if you want to take cab or you could take the public transport.
Even the areas, there's such a vast difference. If you go to some place like Meena Bazaar, let's say, where people are, one flat is shared by 8 to 10 people, guys. It's divided into
partitions.
rooms. The partitions. And then there's also like villas. So there's a full, but that's, I feel then though it's true for every country. Like even in India, there's rich of the rich, there's Ambanis.
I agree. But the people who are in different country, but they are thinking about Dubai. So just not think about the richness here and the luxurious lifestyle. There are people who are struggling. There are people who are under pressure and they are just surviving. Underpaid and under pressure, and they are just surviving with very little.
That's so true. Now somebody says that they did a walking tour of Dubai and they still think it's a boring city. It lacks charm and culture. And
don't walk right now. It's very hot and humid.
Oh god, the weather. Okay, but they say that there is no like culture or there's no charm. To this point, I will agree to an extent, because I don't see nature here at all. I feel after a point,
everything is artificial here.
After a point, you start craving those like greeneries, and even if it's like a dump yard for like saying it, but even if it's a stupid mountain, you start missing those views, especially if you're from India, where you just have like all of these things readily. You just take a 5-hour drive. There's Chandigarh, there's Shimla, Manali, whatever. That's something I agree. There's no like culture or nature for that matter.
And I would add something here, like the new place where I've been now, where I live. So it's developed like I think 2 years back only. It's not like that old place. So it was full desert, and the buildings have built to like and up to that desert. So the AQI, the air quality index, is similar to Delhi. So that's there, like, because I think it's the sand, where there are a few plots which are still empty and it's still desert area. So in the air there is the sand and the dust and all. So AQI is similar to Delhi, and I got to know when I moved in. So
weather sometimes weather is actually
not favorable, not at all favorable. It's
the sandstorms
are crazy.
That's something you don't want. Now somebody again says that it's there's zero culture and materialistic, and it attracts the wrong type of people and it's exploitative. So again, I will agree with the materialistic part. From
Not
my
exploitative,
experience,
yeah.
Exploitative, not at least our industry.
Yeah.
But don't know about the construction workers and all because I've heard stories, but I don't know if it's true
Yeah.
that they're exploited. But I think that this materialistic part is agree. I mean,
Yes.
agree. The materialistic part is true
True.
for Dubai because everything you get to know brands here. Like I didn't even know these many brands in India. यहाँ पे
that's
आके I found out कि oh there's
ये
like
भी है,
Gucci
वो
and
भी
then there's
है,
this and that whatever. Like you've only seen them on actors. Here you see them on normal like walking people around you.
और समझ नहीं आता नकली है क्या असली.
Oh god, that's actually true.
Yeah.
Sometimes because there's so many dupes also. Yeah, by the way, there's
so
many dupes.
So many.
So you can't even understand if it's a fake or a real one.
Real one.
So, but everybody's wearing brands. So yeah, it is materialistic. I agree.
I
You
agree
become a
too.
materialistic person.
Yeah.
Because I never shopped this much ever in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I was not at all brand conscious earlier when I was in India, but now after coming here,
that's true. Now, one major point that we came across in like the feedback and assumptions is about loneliness in Dubai and how depression is real in Dubai. And let's talk about that. So, how has your mental health impacted here ever since you've moved? Serious? I'll start. I have a full speech ready, guys.
Yeah,
So I just I think I have been impacted a lot by Dubai in terms of my mental health because I was a different person back in India and I'm a different person now. I agree that it's also because you shift places, you move to a new country, happens to everyone, but I don't think it persists for like 3 years. I feel at some point you accept the country and the country accepts you. But one thing about Dubai is the social life. If you don't have a social life, you will just be sad and you'll be sinking in your own bed. So if you have friends here, if you have even let's say family, relatives and just like somebody to hang out with, then I think it's still bearable. But if you don't, actually if you're not able to make friends due to some reason or whatever it is, I feel then you start feeling very lonely, which was my problem. Yeah. Even though I do have relatives here, but sometimes you need people your age as well.
That's true.
So
even when my roommates went back to India because they were finished with their college course and with their masters, so they went back to India because they didn't want to do job here and they had their own business set up. So when they left, even I felt so lonely. I felt that I have no one, and with them I used to go everywhere. I used to explore new places, but then them leaving was like I don't have anything to do. I'm in my house. I'm just looking at the four walls.
Oh God,
so that kills you inside.
Yeah,
and
those
that fucks
days,
up your like mental health.
Yeah, those days are the worst. Like I used to, and even still sometimes I dread weekends. Like I don't like weekends. I would rather come to office every day and work because I feel for me my office is my social life. But if I'm not in office and if the weekend is here, then you'll only find me in my bed. Which is why I also started this podcast. Guys, like, share, subscribe.
Story behind the podcast.
Yeah, this is a backstory.
This podcast is also a therapy.
Yeah, this is my version of therapy because it's also very expensive here. Oh my God, doctors are so expensive in
Whoa! You need a medical insurance that covers everything. Otherwise, you are dead.
Very, very expensive.
Bring paracetamol from like India. Keep them ready with you.
That's true. Like even if we are dying, we will not go to the doctor because we know how expensive it is. So just get your Panadol or whatever and keep having it till you feel better. Because doctors here are very expensive. I can't even think of getting a surgery.
And you know what? I have also seen that the medicines the antibiotics that you get from the doctor here, it's very mild, I could say. If in India you have like 3 doses, you are done. Here you have to have like 5-6 doses. Even then you feel a little bit sick only. After that, and in India you just need 3 doses and you are fit and fine.
I agree. I can't trust Dubai doctors.
Yeah, I think there are bookish doctors.
Same.
Bookish.
Like, I can't trust Dubai doctors at all. Like in India, I can go to any doctor and even if I don't know the doctor personally, I'll be like, chalo, whatever he gives, it'll be fine in 5 days at least.
Yes.
Here, the doctor will write a prescription for 10 days. Continuous medicines for 10 days and they don't know how to monitor your symptoms, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I just can't trust Dubai doctors. So better not to go at one.
Just have your Panadol, paracetamol and you'll be fine.
Yes. So I guess that's the wrap for this episode, we try to cover most of the topics.
Yeah.
But if there's something left, we'll do a part 2. Maybe we can do like some sort of, you guys can send in your assumptions about Dubai.
Yes.
We'll try to answer them.
Yeah.
So, but if you're planning to move to Dubai, please keep in mind all these factors. There's a pro and con to everything.
Yeah. And get the job from India only. Don't come and hunt here.
Yeah. And if you do, please get a 3-month visa at least.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yes. Thank you so much for watching it.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Outward शनिवार उनका. So on
रुक 2 मिनट.
edit कर That's not a particular definitive answer.
Yeah.
So बोल यार क्या करेंगे मेरे को. Okay. Thanks for coming, Ishika. Thanks
you.
for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Good call.